Hello, and welcome to Unexplained Possibilities Podcast. I'm your host, Melvin the Crimson Taurus, and unfortunately, Neima can't be here with me, and you are not hearing this wrong. I have a bad mic right now through a series of unfortunate events. A lot of stuff went wrong, but hopefully by next show we'll be fixing everything, which makes me so much more grateful that our guest tonight is putting up with it, and so far she hasn't threatened to strangle me or anything like that. So we're
now
good
you get
there.
used to it after a few minutes.
So coming to us straight from the Snortex, and she is carrying her spoon. Please welcome that blonde bombshell, Indrid Cold.
Hi, it's me. Hello.
Welcome. So I know some people are like, the Snortex spoon, what is that? Well,
It's
you don't
a
have to
place
explain
you don't
it.
want
Yeah.
to go. It's dark. It's gross, and it's very mucusy. Right?
Yeah.
It's scammy too. Don't go there. It's gross.
Watch out for those guys named Phil as well.
Yeah, the Burnells. Those
So,
pig roaches, man.
so yeah, it's a very niche thing. If you know, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess that's why. I don't know. I guess that's why people who believe in the paranormal, there's so many of us in the Snortex too. It's all niche.
Wait a second, wait. So does the Snortex actually attract the paranormal people? Oh my, wait a second
He's
here.
on the margins, dude. He is. He's on the margins. He's isolated himself completely. I think he might actually be from space.
Well, you know what? No, I don't think he's from space. I think he's a cryptid.
Oh my god.
The mannerisms,
See that? Yeah.
just the weirdness, the pig roach. Come on.
He could be like one of the Men in Black because they've been said to have like accents that don't really fit in anywhere, and
Yes.
his doesn't fit in at all.
No, it doesn't. Although I will be nice. I won't get on the accent too much because I have a very peculiar way of speaking myself.
It's fairly normal to me.
Well, I will take that.
You did. Mhm.
So yes, you might have been attracted to the Snortex because it's a cryptid, and that's his powers drawing all these folks in.
Yeah, it's the high strangeness.
So speaking of cryptids, though, your name Indrid Cold, so that makes me think of Mothman.
Yeah, it's directly stolen from Mothman. That's something I connected with when I was probably like 13 or 14 years old. I heard the story and needed more of it and been obsessed with it ever since. I have the Mothman tattooed on my chest, actually.
Yeah, you showed me, which it's like,
Yeah.
okay, you are a super fangirl.
I love it. The
Yeah.
whole story, it's fascinating.
Well, so what is so fascinating about it for you, though, that just stoops you in, just draws you in?
All the unconnected sources having very, very similar experiences all around the same time, and like over the span of like a year and a half too, and there was so much, and it's strange because Indrid and the Mothman aren't necessarily tangentially like connected or related or anything, but they're there the whole time the other one was. So it's strange, and from what I've heard of, when Woodrow Derenberger and John Keel are talking about these sightings from the Mothman, it seemed like he was just curious. I don't know where he came from, but it seemed like he was just kind of hanging out and watching. And if anybody says that he made that bridge fall, nope, no. He's just watching. I think he was very curious. And Indrid is a whole different story. Huge. Apparently he's with the Third Order or something. I can't get in. It's too much, but he's he's a big dog up in space, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, so with the Mothman, because of is it the Silver Bridge? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Silver. Was it the Silver Bridge? It connected Ohio and Point Pleasant.
Yeah, so
West Virginia. Yeah.
Because of that, he's often seen as pretty much like if
An
something's
omen.
an omen of, oh well, something's about to collapse. Because after that, there were alleged sightings of him throughout different parts of the world, and then things would happen. I
An
don't.
omen's not necessarily a bad thing, though.
No, it's
You
not.
know, it's a warning. And if you think about it, he probably doesn't know how to speak English. So what's he gonna do except for be there and be like, "Oh God, I hope they notice me," you know?
Notice me, senpai, please.
Sen, please, Nani, please.
And I think it's interesting too that he's called the Mothman, even though he's more avian in how he looks from what they describe.
Yeah.
So it's like, why Mothman? Where did that come from? Looks like a bird, not a moth.
Probably because of the huge, oddly proportioned eyes, and I think from the witness accounts, his the feathers, or what was covering his body, was more less. It was less feather-like and more fluffy.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
it makes me think of the avian alien. The avian. Oh, gosh, that's a tongue twister. The avian aliens. So they're supposed to be bird-like
Avian aliens.
extra. Yeah, they're supposed to be bird-like extraterrestrials that are from a different dimension altogether.
Ooh, I've not heard of these. Oh my God.
Yeah, you look them up. They're
Ooh, I
they're
am.
interesting. Oh, you got
These
to
the new
tingle
lizard
down your
people?
Lizard,
Ugh.
lizard people
I
are
don't-
interesting.
I don't know if I believe in those, but
I believe in them to an extent. I think people make them out to be the big bad, and they run away with it, and then it goes into the New World Order stuff, and that's
Yes, and they end up blowing up vans in the streets. Oh my
Yeah.
God, don't do that.
yeah. So that's where they lose me. But reptilians in general, I am a believer in, just not exactly how they're portrayed in popular media. It's like, I don't think
Yeah.
they're a big bad. I don't believe in
Bigfoot
the
and stuff. So
Yeah, I don't believe in the hollow earth. I am a Bigfoot believer.
Hollow Earth? Did you say Hollow Earth?
Yeah, I'm not a believer in the hollow
Oh my
earth.
God. Oh, okay. I'm not either.
Yeah, no, don't worry.
No.
I'm not that crazy, I promise.
Good. Just
So-
the right amount.
Yeah, just enough, I'll get the looks, but it's like, we can still have some lemonade or something.
Yeah. Now I'm wondering where the avian aliens would be from, because the newer aliens are from Sirius, the young blue dog star, and the grays are from Orion. So I'm
Well,
curious
it
now.
depends on the gray. Because
Interesting.
from what
Okay.
I understand, you have, of course, Zeta Grays, and then you have the Orion Grays, and then there are some that say they're Blue Grays, and then the
Blue
white.
grays.
But
I'm thinking blue grays are the ones from the dog star.
well, now they say
No?
Syrians are from this is just
Oh.
what I hear. They say the Syrians,
Yeah.
they say the Syrians are from Sirius, and they're more cat-like, kind of like Lyrians.
Oh. See, I don't look into this. I study so much more on cryptids and stuff, but I love aliens. I just hate reading.
Yeah, you see, the background for me, it comes from the alien side of things, and then I slowly entered everything else.
Yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah, so, but
Easing into it.
the Orion Grays allegedly come from the middle star of Orion's belt, and the Zeta Grays come from the Zeta Reticuli. Well, there's two stories with them. They either come from Zeta Reticuli, or they're supposed to be us from a catastrophic future.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Like, it even if it's just in a sci-fi sense, I love it.
Yeah.
But realistic, I love it.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
so apparently humanity did something extremely wrong, and
Yeah, I believe it.
they've come back in time to fix it, but we have to also remember time isn't linear exactly. It branches off. So they say that even if you do change the past, that future that's created, it's not changing.
Splintered, right? Yeah.
So it's like, well, you guys just wasted your time. And
Pun.
yes,
Nice.
no pun was supposed to be there, but hey, if it works, it
Time
works.
travelers wasting time, man. I
So,
think they've learned.
anyway, going back to
Sure.
Mothman.
Of
So
course. Gonna be a lot
Well,
of derailing.
oh no, it's fine. That's the name of the game because it's just,
Yeah.
it's so many things you could talk about and it's just so
It's
exciting.
so interesting and I love it.
Yeah. So, uh, with Mothman,
Hmm.
like, do you think it's native to this planet or it's
No.
from elsewhere?
Well, fuck. See, that there's oops, wow, I didn't turn my ringer off. So that kind of I have this theory, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that's thought of this theory for Bigfoot. You know how you hear this, and this ties into Mothman. You know how you hear of like Bigfoot sightings, and when people will be near him or whatever, he's around. Their electronics don't work properly. Everything turns off. Their cars won't turn on. TVs, just everything's off. He's messing with electricity somehow, and I think it's. And God, this sounds crazy. Decepticon makes fun of me for it, but there's something going on because when people see his tracks leaving, they're just gone. Poof. How's he getting away?
So you're
He's
saying he's
he's
interdimensional or uses portals?
yes.
Yeah.
Like in a less goofy way, it has to be what's happening because where else is he going? He can't. I mean, you know if he jumped up so high he was above your head, you'd hear him come back down. Like it just seems like the only explanation, unless I'm missing something that But
Well,
but
I have good news for you. I believe the same
oh
thing.
hell yeah.
Yeah, I said that I think it has to be interdimensional or using some type of
Yeah.
portals because it just comes and goes. Or
Or maybe it's
somehow,
just like an accidental thing. Maybe their plane is right next to ours or like overlapping or something,
yeah,
you know?
or it's just using portals that it can naturally spot or see and just walk
Yeah.
on through and it just passes by and keeps on going.
It's it's normal for them. It's what
Yeah.
and I'm not sure about Mothman though, because there are far fewer sightings of him.
Hmm.
And so maybe he did somehow get I mean maybe this does have to do with Indrid Cold himself. But maybe he was brought here or stranded or something, and I mean, he's just a wanderer. Maybe he's kind of like, you get those moths in your room at night that are just kind of looking around trying to find the door.
Yeah.
Can't
Well,
find it.
that's one of the theories I heard was Indrid Cold was here to retrieve Mothman. Like,
Yes, like a recon mission. Yeah,
yeah, something like that.
yep,
Like, ooh, you're not
yeah,
supposed to be here.
yeah.
Let's get you back.
And
Yeah.
it would make a lot of sense, honestly, because after all that started happening, uh, these men in black who were very, very strange, didn't know how to, they spoke very oddly. They didn't know how to do simple things like use ballpoint pens or uh, they didn't know how to use sporks and stuff. They started showing up and intimidating people of Point Pleasant.
Yep. And I
So,
remember one report said that they didn't know how to shake hands correctly. And
yeah.
even though they looked like us, it was something very off.
Hmm. Hmm.
And because I want to say it was John Keel who was investigating them. And apparently he got to the point where they switched cars. They went from black Cadillacs to Volkswagens.
It's incredibly possible. I know John Keel wrote the book on it. I'm not sure how much he investigated. It could have been Woodrow Derenberger. He ended up going loopy because of all this stuff. But
Yeah.
uh, either or. But yeah, watching people intimidating people and I know that I've heard of. Um, I wish I could think of the channel name now. But there's a guy who does incredible eyewitness Bigfoot stories, and Men in Black are like 8 out of 10 times involved doing some weird stuff, man. They're always there.
Yeah. No, no, thank you. See, that's why I'm always
No.
cautious with certain
I wanna
things.
I wanna meet one.
Yeah, you say that now.
Hmm.
All right, Lodge, you fall asleep, then you're gonna wake up with something all over you. Like, you said
No,
you
no,
wanted to
no.
meet us. Well,
No,
here we
no.
are.
No, that's a gatekeeper. Okay, I don't want to see one of those ever. No. They keep the gate closed between here and there. I'm good. I'm
You
good.
could.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, thank
Okay,
you.
so you don't mess around with witchcraft or anything out of curiosity?
No, I I don't know how much I believe in like ritual. I mean, I we all have our own personal little rituals. I'm pretty superstitious. I don't really do anything, like if I want to have something happen in the future, I'm not going to do a ritual for it or whatever. But those little things here and there, but I'm not going to do ritualistic magic. I'm not a believer in a higher power or anything. So I'm just kind of here doing my thing. And no, and if I could see that rituals or something actually worked, then I'd reconsider it. But seeing like what hedge witches do, I think that just in your personal intent and energy that you give out is more than enough for these things. I don't think material is really that big of a deal in most cases.
Yeah, well, I've had many witches on the show,
Yeah,
good friends with them,
I'm not trying to disparage
and
them.
what? Oh no, I know you're not. Don't worry,
Okay.
you're good.
Yeah.
What was I going to say?
Uh,
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a believer. I've seen stuff.
yeah.
I can't explain it. I don't know how it exactly happens, apart
Okay.
from energies, willpower, whatever.
See, energy and willpower;
You
those
know,
are so important
yeah.
in
So
all of this.
and the interesting thing is, I mean, witchcraft isn't something that like it's super secret and
No.
I mean it is and it isn't. I mean technically a cult is you're supposed to
Well,
do it in secret, but
that's
we
a cult, but the occult is totally different.
um
Hmm.
but if you will it, I do think you can make it happen. And the
Sure.
ritual nature of it is just sort of like the enhancement. It's the focus, like a magic wand.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like having a focus. See, that makes sense. And I think in my head, I was more thinking of like, oh, you get mugwort or whatever, and it'll induce this thing. No, I think it's all
No.
intent, respect,
Yeah.
and yeah.
I would say it's more the intent and it just helps you focus. And, if you believe it, then it is. As simple
Right.
as
Like
that.
those people that go out to graveyards with their damn phones and record it. That's not. There's no good intent there. There's no respect. You're not gonna see anything stop.
No. That's funny you said that. I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that because freaking Bonnie, a very good Texan witch friend, she goes to graveyards and gets dirt. So,
Oh, I can't mess with ghosts. They terrify me.
oh, yeah, that's her background too. She's a paranormal
No.
investigator,
Oh.
all of that. So,
My
but
brother's the one that messed with some Ouija boards in my friend's infested house and got the pants scared off of him. So,
oh, well, lesson
never.
learned there.
Mm-hmm.
The spirit boards are interesting because, they're like a telephone. If you don't know what you're doing or
It's
who you want to
yeah.
contact, then boy, the line's open for everybody.
It's an open door and a very, very scary one that I will never, ever mess with.
Um,
Uh-uh.
Never
That's
say
terrifying.
never.
No, it's terrifying. I'm not doing that.
You never know.
Nope. I'm not gonna touch it.
You
Nope.
don't have to touch it. Someone else will do it for you.
I'm saying it's not gonna be my fault. It'll be that someone else's. No, not mine.
um,
Mm-mm.
Gosh, you just reminded me of the Ouija board demon Zozo.
Oh God, that thing from WhatsApp.
Oh,
Zozo. Wait. Oh,
it's on WhatsApp now? What the heck?
no, I think I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Hold on. Okay, let's see. I gotta Google this now.
Yeah,
Ouija demon
yeah.
Zozo.
It was big about
Oh,
4 or 5 years back now.
attach itself to people through Ouija boards. 2012 thing. But I am Zozo. No, don't do this.
Yeah, and
Uh,
it's a book I highly recommend it called The Zozo Phenomenon by Darren Evans. I had him on the show a couple of times. Really cool dude.
Oh, nice.
And he's probably the one that helped bring Zozo mainstream.
How does he
And
feel about that? Oh my God.
oh, that thing ruined his life.
Oh.
He used to live in the house where they call it the Zozo Demon House. That was his
Mm.
house at one point he used to live in, and he was messing around with the Ouija board, and this thing came through, and it has a couple of different variants of his name, like Zozo, Zaza, Mama.
Apparently, you're not really supposed to say whatever they spell on the board either.
No,
Maybe.
pretty much it does certain patterns, and when that happens, just
Mhm.
stop and
Yeah, you're
go.
supposed to say goodbye immediately.
Yeah, because
Ooh.
you're feeding it energy and
Hmm.
opening that portal or whatever.
Yeah,
But
exactly why I will never go into that realm. I'm fine with cryptids, but demons, no.
okay.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, so it's very interesting stuff, and it just reminded me of him. I haven't mentioned that guy in a very long time.
Well, I hope he's doing all right. Jeez.
Well, Darren's fine. I was talking
Good.
about the demon itself. I haven't mentioned.
Oh, no, I wonder how they're doing.
Probably not as good. People don't talk about it like they used to.
Mm. Nah,
But I'm
that sucks.
thinking, yeah, I'm thinking it became an egregore, honestly.
What is that?
Basically, an egregore is something created from energy that we, a group of
Oh,
people, put into it. So
okay.
kind of like Slender Man would be an
Right.
egregore, even though,
Okay.
you and I both know Slender Man is not
He's
real
not real. No.
video game.
He's
Uh,
yeah, it's a creepypasta. That's
yeah.
all he is, dude. Come on.
So, but
Yeah, I'd never heard that word before. Huh.
oh yeah, egregore, tulpas, very interesting stuff.
I've heard Tulpa
Yeah, you watch
because of
Supernatural,
observation
don't
duty.
you?
I listen to SCP stuff.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Um, but yeah, so look into egregores. They're really cool.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so what cryptid do you not believe in?
Um, one that I'm not really sure about. Maybe I haven't looked into it enough. Is I can't remember where the dog man is from, but that one's just. Well, you know what? I don't know because the I think there's a is it the Florida dog man? I think that one doesn't make much sense to me. Or like the Jersey Devil, I don't really get either.
Jersey
Um,
Devil is. I don't know if I'm a believer or not in the Jersey
no.
Devil, because
Yeah,
but at the same
yeah.
time, sightings go back to the 1800s where like a relative of Napoleon saw it.
Yeah, people were also
But
a lot more bored back then too.
yeah,
I just and like obviously I could be wrong. I'm totally fine with that.
well,
But
the thing is,
uh,
it's not about being right or wrong,
sure.
because it's whatever. It's like, oh shoot, wow, it is real, or I knew it wasn't,
Mhm.
Although
Yeah.
why does the
Or like Loch
Jersey?
Ness monster, you know?
I do believe at one point Nessie was real, but
Sure.
I do think it was like some reptile dinosaur thing or something.
Yeah. Something that was kind of lingering.
Yeah, but I think it's long gone.
Yeah, definitely. It's not been here in our lifetime, but
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. Dogman. I think someone told me about Frogman recently too. Like, I don't.
Frogman.
I think they're just making shit up at that
Yeah,
point.
I
But
don't know
there's
that one.
there's a Louisiana cryptid basically for like werewolf. Okay, uh let's see, Louisiana werewolf. I've heard one story that was terrifying. Um, oh, the Rougarou.
Oh,
Rougarou.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rigor. Okay,
I don't know
boogeyman
how much.
essentially.
I don't know how much I believe in werewolves though. It's odd.
I'm not a believer in
Rougarou.
werewolves, but
Mm.
I think it has connection to, well, of course, the moon and Luna can't
The moon
spell.
has a big effect on us too.
Yeah, and lunatic, lunatic.
Lunacy.
Yeah,
Hmm.
comes from the moon and everything, and you change and you become a nut.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I think that's where the werewolf thing mostly comes from.
Okay, yeah.
Although
Yeah.
there is a story from 14th century or maybe the
Hmm.
15th century, and it said that someone killed a man who was changing into a werewolf, and he was crazy. It was a full blood moon and all of that. So,
Huh.
yeah. So you know how
It could be
stories.
true. It could be true. But I mean, a massive celestial body and geomagnetic waves and stuff, they have an effect on us. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think they make us grow hair though, personally, you
I
know.
mean, a lot of bald guys would be happy if it did.
Yeah. That would be the one upside.
You know. Uh, but the moon, it does affect us. I mean, it's crazy that something so far away can have this effect, but gravity, space, all that mess, it's weird, nutty mess.
We're being pulled in all different directions all the time.
Yeah. And
And that's just how it is.
and I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to stay still, eat some shrimp, and go to sleep.
Right? I know. I just want to go skiing. I'm good.
Yeah, I saw that. Your videos you put up of you skiing,
Oh,
by the way.
I need to get some better ones done. It's next week.
So I was just taking a detour here. How did you get into skiing?
My mom is a lifelong skier, and I grew up in Georgia for like 25 years. Obviously no skiing there. And she missed it. We were all miserable in Georgia, so we moved out here probably about 8 or 9 years ago, maybe 10. And she was excited to get back into skiing, so about 4 years ago I decided to learn and do it with her. Because it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, that looks way too cold for me. I can't stand cold climate at
Love
all.
it.
Oh no,
Love
I would die. I can't. I freeze in 60-degree weather, so no, that's not happening.
That's boiling for me. I like being in the cold and I like going fast. It's perfect.
No, get that. No, give
You're
me.
missing out.
No, I'm not.
Okie dokie. I'll let you believe that.
Hey, look, I will watch your videos, and that's how I live. Woo, yeah, and I'll just get some water, splash on my face or something.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, just sit in front of the air conditioner.
But that is pretty cool, though, that you know how to ski and everything. It looks like you can
It's fun.
go pretty freaking fast.
Yeah, especially now it's been a few years. I'm starting to get up above 50 miles per hour, which is kind of nuts.
Oh my God, nope.
I know, it's fun.
Forget that. You see, I'm thinking, I'm picturing myself skiing that quickly in the cold and everything, and
And all you've got to control yourself are your ankles.
yeah, no, I would pee myself so bad, and the worst part is it would freeze.
Well, maybe, but it's not that cold up there. Okay, it was 25 at Grand Mesa's peak when we were there the other day.
It was
What?
25. It's not
Fahrenheit,
that cold. Yeah, no, that's freezing. Are you kidding? It's below
That's
freezing.
Dude, that's warm for a ski day.
It's
Like
not
you want
warm.
it ideally you'd want it to be at like 10 or 15. Yeah.
Are you crazy?
No.
That is not.
I'm just telling you facts.
No, that's just insane.
It's wonderful. And plus, it's a lot of work, so you end up like really, really warm and like sweaty as hell. It works out.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Because-
Yes, sir, it does.
No, because you're only gonna be warm for like 5 minutes and then.
I'm warm for way too long, but I run warm.
Oh no.
It's fun. If you ever get a chance, you should try.
No.
The pride that comes with like having done that yourself is so cool.
No, I will never do. I would just watch on TV or the internet. That's it.
Okay.
I'm not for me.
All right.
Just
That's
let
fair.
me enjoy my warm climate with my
Your shrimp.
with my shrimp and some lemonade. I'm good.
Okay. You can have it. I'll stay over here in the cold.
Yeah,
I love it.
it's all you. But still, though, in all honesty, I do think it's really cool that you ski and you can get
Thank you.
that quickly and everything, because that has to fill you up with confidence and just like, yes. I got this.
Oh my god, it's adrenaline inducing. It's fun and it's very very proud of it. Like, oh, I did this. It's cool.
So do you stay out in a cabin or anything, or you just go there and then return home?
My uncle lives a half hour away from this the probably the cheapest ski resort in Colorado. So we'll stay at his house a couple nights during the week and drive up in the mornings. But since I don't like doing things for my birthday, we'll do an early birthday gift and rent a tiny home that's right next to the slopes for a couple
Oh,
of days. Yeah,
okay.
fun.
Oh, that's so funny you mentioned your birthday. I was actually going to ask you what. Gosh, it sounds so cheesy.
It's okay.
I can hear right now a certain old man from probably the
No.
12th century saying, "Oh, what a dick! You believe in that?" Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, there are some synchronicities with this stuff, though. I'm
yeah.
on the cusp of Taurus and whatever's after it, May 18th.
Oh, really? So Taurus
Mm-hmm.
and
And
Gemini.
Gemini, yeah.
I'm a Taurus.
Mm,
Yeah,
shit.
428.
Oh my God, my brother's birthday's the 26th. Ah,
Right on.
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. See, that's why that stuff is interesting. I don't know. And people tend to be this, very similar when their birthdays are that close together.
Yeah, it's so weird how that happens. I mean, because again, when we talk about astrology, we're looking at these stars and alignments and planets and all of that, and it's like, how can
Mm-hmm.
this determine a personality? Like, how does
Well,
that work?
yeah, and I, I don't know, but it clearly has at least a tiny bit of influence, which I think is mysterious and cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's 100% perfect or anything like
No,
that,
no.
but it is an influence there, and
Mm-hmm.
it's insane to me.
It's really nice to talk to somebody that agrees.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I am Taurus, Libra, Libra. So all
What
Venus.
the fuck? I don't even. Oh, I don't know mine that far. Is
Oh yeah, you gotta figure out your moon and ascendant, as they
that the
say.
natal chart or something?
Yeah, you can get a natal chart
Oh,
done.
oh, I'll do it later.
They're actually pretty eye-opening. Um,
I did it once a long time ago. I don't. I always have a hard time remembering what time I was born because I don't remember it.
yeah. Well, if
Yeah.
I would be shocked if you knew the time you were born.
I think it was like 9 a.m. I think is what I was told. I
Oh,
don't know.
9 a.m. Oh, a day
Mm,
baby.
mm. I
No,
like the night.
uh, for me, it was interesting because I was born exactly 12 hours later from when my mom arrived at the hospital.
Ooh, on the minute on the dot.
Yep.
Oh shit. Hold on 1 second. Pause.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
With me normally go. I get very distracted.
No, all good. I mean, as long as you're
I get
enjoying the
excited.
talk and all that good stuff, that's all I
Yeah,
care about.
I get very excited because there's so much.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, the natal chart thing. Yeah,
Oh
so,
right.
uh, yeah, I was born the same exact, well, 12 hours from when my mom arrived at the hospital, and
Mm.
just kind of weird. I don't know. And
Well, my mom and her sister were born 9 years apart on the same exact day.
oh shoot,
September 3rd, 9 years apart.
wow.
Yeah.
And I share my birthday with my grandmother,
Hmm.
so also
Mm-hmm.
428.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, numbers have meaning. I mean, you can take it back to Aleister Crowley. Dude
Mhm.
was weird, but numerology and stuff. Whew.
Yeah, it's something to. So you're a believer in numerology?
I think there's something to it. There's no way I'm gonna get into Thelema. It freaks me out. But I do have the number 5 tattooed on my right wrist just because it shows up everywhere all the time.
Mm, okay.
There's there's some significance to that. I don't know if it's, just synchronicity doing what synchronicity does, showing that you're on the right path or something, giving you a little nod. I
Yeah.
don't know.
What would you say was one of the most significant moments of synchronicity that you've experienced?
God. Oh my God.
Yeah, dig into those
Uh,
into the vault. Figure it out. Come on.
yeah. I think it was I told you about a little bit about my friend Tyler before we uh before we started officially speaking on this stuff, but I don't even remember how we met. I think it was just like a Instagram follower type thing, and he moved from the side of the country that I live in now to where I lived before I moved over here. So he moved to Atlanta from Colorado. I moved from Atlanta to Colorado. And I mean, it's just everything about our lives completely matched up. Um, you know, he would message me as soon as I thought of him. It was all real spooky. It was really spooky. I guess
Yeah.
I haven't really been spooked out by something like that since that happened. And I'm sure there's been something else, but that's the most standout one for me.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah. And I don't think synchronicities are just, like everything's lining up all the time. I think that they are there to let you know that you're on the right path, whatever that is. Like whatever you're if there is if there is something guiding you or whatever, then things are being placed in the path and you're on it. So whether it's the number 5 or uh, like a shiny sticker or something, I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
placed in your path.
No, I
Yeah.
I can agree with that because it leads to experiences and
Hmm.
learning moments, and not just
Where
that,
you're
but
supposed to be.
crossroad moments as well. Okay, well, let's figure this
Yeah.
out.
Maybe like a form of fate, but not really.
It
I
depends
don't know.
on what you consider fate, and
Yeah.
then you could go into the discussion of, do you control fate, or is fate already predetermined and you're just doing what's already laid out in front of you?
I think that personally, I think that trusting just all right, you gotta like trust yourself. I think that's the biggest thing is listening to your gut. People don't do that enough anymore. They don't listen to their gut and to their insides at all. They don't trust themselves. But I think that is the key to it, and you'll go where you need to go if you just listen to that. I think that's a huge part of it.
Well, my gut needs to take me to that $1 billion lotto ticket.
But see, that's the thing. It's probably not laid out for many of us, unfortunately.
Darn
If
it.
you just, I know it, but if you just trust that, like, all right, I'm doing a thing. My past brought me here. I'm gonna get to wherever I'm going. It's kind of like it is really kind of like a loosey goosey go with the flow. And I know that's hard for a lot of people, but works for me.
Yeah, you see, I'm one of those people where it's hard for me to do that because I'm a
Mm.
worrywart,
Oh, I
and
do too, but
it's just like, but what if? And I don't know. I like being in my little safe space. I don't really
yeah.
want to. And oh my gosh! And then when something goes wrong, like this past week, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I spiral. I'm just ah!
Uh-huh. I have someone very close to me that constantly reminds me that I need a backup plan for the backup plan, and I just want to punch him. Man plans, God acts, okay? No. So it's
Ooh,
supposed to be God laughs, but, could act, because Phil.
I like that. I'm
Yeah.
still in that.
Mm. Okay, you know it.
Ah,
Ack, ack, ack. I mean, it's just, yeah, you can try and have a backup plan, but honestly, if things don't go right, this is the way they were meant to go. Is what happened is what was supposed to happen. Things happened for a reason, and I don't mean that in the divine sense, because I don't believe in that. But I don't know, and I don't think we're on tram lines necessarily either. It's I'm not. Is
okay,
my
so
version of it doesn't make much sense now that I'm thinking about it, but
well,
there's a
no,
reason.
no, we can look at it like a choose your own adventure, but
Hmm.
it's just everything is lined out, but you decide which path to take and see where it goes from there. So that's how I
Right.
see it.
It's just, yeah. You're just going where you need to go, and that's it. You
Huh.
gotta trust
S-
that you're on the right path.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot here because I'm
Uh
just curious, but why don't you believe in the divine or higher power, whatever?
I grew up in a non-denominational Christian household. It was not bad. My parents both were very, very big believers, and who are not anymore now. Um, but after reading and studying a lot of stuff that started with the series that I sent you, Hellier,
Hmm.
where all the gods came from, the only Greek god that ever died, Pan. It all came from that, and it was all just it was taken and warped and turned into things that it all seems like a money machine for us. And there's some interesting stuff happening with a man named L.A. Marzulli, who is tying science into um, stories from biblical times, and they're fascinating, and I love hearing it. But I just don't know about it. Like, it doesn't make sense to me, and I've never it's never sat well with me, and I never felt connected to anything.
Yeah.
If like this person who is supposed to be taking care of us, I don't feel him. I'm a big, feelings person too, so I can't feel it. I will have faith all day long, but I need to feel it
Yeah.
from the other party, and it's not there. And where did he come from? He's just floating out there before the universe was. Why? I don't know.
So
It's
you were
I'm
able
not trying to
to.
shit on people at
Oh
all.
no, you're not. You're not doing that. But you were
Okay,
able to jump into a weird little hole here, a rabbit hole.
sure. Oh, I love weird holes.
Okay, I can tape that somewhere, but I won't. Uh,
No.
um, so I'm not a believer of the Abrahamic system of
Hmm.
religions. I'm just
So you're
not.
more in like Pan.
Yeah, I I believe in everything and nothing.
Okay.
And, I think it's something for everyone that brings them comfort and everything, but I don't,
Yeah, if it makes sense to
it
you,
just,
good.
yeah, it just may not resonate with me, which,
Sure.
it's me, but I believe that it's something for everyone. Um, excuse me. So when it comes to the Abrahamic thing, I actually think that it is two different gods. And
Uh-oh.
you have Old Testament and New Testament. And Old
Oh
Testament was
no.
very fire, brimstone,
Mm-hmm.
jealous, whereas New
Kill your
Testament,
son.
yeah,
Yeah.
where New Testament all of a sudden is peace, love, happiness. Come on, man. It's like,
Yeah.
what? How did this happen? And we know that allegedly, according to the Bible, it was a war between Lucifer and God.
So you think
And
Lucifer wrote the first one?
I think Lucifer
Oh.
won. I think he won the war and became new God.
Oh. Okay.
Because
Interesting.
here's the thing with the attitude that Old Testament God had, you're only going to take so
Mm-hmm.
much. And it's like, dude, come on. Like, this is
Yeah.
crazy. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking that Lucifer rebelled for that reason, not because he
Mm-hmm.
hated humanity or he saw himself above humanity, but
Breaking point. Yeah.
to protect humanity and give
Mm-hmm.
people a chance. And here's the other thing though,
Interesting.
every story, no matter what it is, has a protagonist and an antagonist. And if there is no
Mm-hmm.
antagonist, you create one. And I think
Yeah.
Lucifer sacrificed himself to become that antagonist, to become
Oh, that's a twist. That's good. It's interesting.
so
Oh, so like
that's
the devil is Jesus.
there are some scholars who say that.
I've never heard that. That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's just one of the things. But now here's the other thing though,
Yeah.
because and this is going more so towards the occult side of stuff. I
Yeah,
heard I heard
I have
that
one thing about the occult related to this, but please go ahead.
I heard that God, Old Testament God, is extraterrestrial in origin, and
See, uh-huh. Yeah.
he's not dead, and he started off proper, but the thing was he became corrupted over time, taking in
Mm-hmm.
all energies, positive and negative wishes, and it corrupted
Huh.
him. and he
Okay.
went on the rampage or whatever, and he's actually in prison. And
How?
well, by other beings, I guess. I don't know.
Oh,
Look,
okay.
this is
Yeah, my mind's going a lot of places. Yeah, I
yeah,
guess the only thing I could really ever believe is that I had a theory when I was younger that we were kind of like an ant farm, that we were sort of dropped here a
yeah,
long time ago, and the reason that there are so many sightings is they're coming to check and see how their little ant farm is doing.
yeah. I like to say we're in
Probably
a
about
petri dish
yeah,
because
we're getting checked on.
because they have said the Earth was destroyed several times before,
Mm.
and there are some who believe we aren't the first advanced life on this planet.
No,
You know,
no, this is a cycle.
so hopefully we escape before it blows up again.
I want that. I don't want to be here for that.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
I'm sure you saw that asteroid has now jumped to like
Yeah,
3.7%, where it's like, uh-oh.
yeah, 2032. But good news. It'll be sorry, I shouldn't have said it like that. It will not be hitting us, apparently. Their projections put it over um on the eastern countries.
Oh, wow.
Woo!
Well, I don't think it'll matter though, depending on the size.
Well, if it happens, it happens.
I think it
Get
was
some good sleep.
one. Yeah, I think. So yeah, hopefully they pull some Armageddon mess, shoot it with a missile or something, just knock it off course.
Sunshine with it or something. Yeah.
But yeah, with the Abrahamic stuff, I mean, like I said, I'm not a believer, but some of the stories and everything, it's like, oh wow, this is interesting. But
Yeah, and if you look at like this goes back to the series I sent you at Hellier, but it ends up taking them to what is referenced a lot of time is the Green Man spirit, which is Pan, the
mhm,
original Greek god of like nature and stuff. But they seem to almost sort of kind of get in contact with something that seems like it's when you hear these stories about these people feeling this crazy shit around them because of these like paths that they've taken because of these synchronicities. Yeah, there's definitely like these deities, these spirits out there, and I mean, Pan's somewhere down in a cave, but they're there, and it's fascinating. I
yeah,
don't, and there's fuck, my brain is like exploding again because there's so much that we don't know that I want to know.
yeah. Well, you can always experiment. Yeah, you're like, I'm not
I
doing
don't,
that,
I
Melvin.
don't, I don't
I'm,
want to go down to the Mammoth Caves, dude.
well,
Scary.
you don't have to do that, but even in your own area, I mean, it's possible you have nature spirits around you, and you can test and see what comes up if you want.
I could, but then there's that part of me that's like, oh, what if demon?
Well, okay, so here's the
You
thing with
know?
demons, though. Like, they get the bad rap being the big bad and everything, and they're not.
I don't want to share my body with someone that kind of demon. You know
Well, I mean,
that?
there's
Yeah,
some people who like that.
not I.
No, but
Nothing
I,
you.
from what my paranormal investigator friends tell me, like demons don't really do that. They don't really care about us.
Well, a
It's
trickster spirit, then what?
it's the
Uh,
human spirits you got to watch out for. They're the ones who are a bit more aggressive. The ones who did drugs and
mm-hmm.
everything, they're the ones you got to watch out for.
Yeah, the anger and
Yeah.
the
Um,
energy that they left behind. It's
yeah,
scary.
but when it comes to demons, we have to remember that religion, quote unquote, demonized them. They started off as lesser gods and nature spirits, and they were corrupted over time. And
Ah, yeah.
in order to play the role or whatever, you evolve and you become this, well, whatever people say you are. Like let's put it.
Yokai.
So you could go that way if you want.
Using my
So
phasmophobia knowledge.
I mean, we're in Japan, sure, that works.
Ah, well, I'm
Um,
not, but yeah.
but like, okay, let me put it to you this way.
Sure.
Have you heard of Belial?
What? No. What's that?
Oh, okay. Well, what demon have you heard of?
Yokai. There's a bunch. Oh God, now I can't think of them.
Okay.
Shit.
Have you seen
Matt Damon. No.
Matt Damon? Have you seen Hereditary?
Yes,
Okay.
I love that movie.
All right. So the demon in there is King Payman, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you envision King Payman?
This is the fuck. Hold on. All right, refresh me a little bit, please.
Well, no,
Like King, because are you talking about the little girl? Correct.
Yeah,
Because she's the demon.
Yeah, the demon that had control over her or whatever. So how do you envision him? Just you yourself. Don't worry about the movie. I just wanted to get a name.
If something was able to coerce me, I'd probably have to be either like enamored with it or it would terrify me. So I don't know. That kid in that movie wasn't acting real scared, so maybe it was just like a friendly looking thing with bad intentions to
Friendly
her.
looking thing with bad
Is that what you
intention.
mean? Yeah, because
Okay.
I mean, you can be cute, but also crazy.
Okay. So,
Or did I get that wrong?
well, no. There's a lot of cute, crazy girls. So,
Oh no, I meant like, did I completely confuse the question? But good.
no.
Okay.
You'll see where I'm getting at with this. So,
Yeah.
basically, we'll say for you envision King Payman as some handsome guy, and he might hide his true
Jason
intention.
Sudeikis, yeah.
Okay, wow.
He's cute. It's fine.
Did a dam just open up or something? What happened here?
No. Jason Sudeikis is cute. He's normal. He's not alarming. But if he's got bad intentions, that's going to help him out.
Okay, so that's how you envision him. Now, that's just your mind's eye. That's how you know it's King Payman. Mm-hmm. Now, if he came to you as like a little girl in a tutu, you'd be like, "Who are you?" And if it says, "I'm King Payman," you wouldn't believe it. It's like, what is this? No, get away. You're not King Payman. Go somewhere.
One of the experiences I had in my house growing up was a very tiny little girl. She's
Wow.
gone. Scary. I don't want to see a little girl. See an older man.
But you would accept an older man, Jason Sudeikis. You would accept that as King Payman. And what I'm getting at is demons, they will come to you as how you see them. So
right. You're right. Yeah.
So with the demonization of these spirits, thanks to various religions, we see them as the big bad and scary guys gonna eat our throats.
Redskin, wow.
Yeah, and in actuality, they're just appearing to us in the ways we project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What makes sense to us, or and what we can actually make sense of.
Yeah, exactly.
Because sort of angels are fucking scary.
Yeah. So I hope that helps. But
it did make sense. It did. Yeah.
Okay.
I question myself a lot when I talk about this stuff because I stop halfway through and I'm like, oh fuck, no, this sounds so crazy.
No, you're speaking to the right guy here. So,
of course, yeah.
But yeah, angels are pretty freaking scary.
Yes. Oh my god.
Quite a few occultists don't want to work with them because they're a little nuts. But angels. And this is something that I always thought was interesting, and I'm about to sound very nuts here.
Please, I love it.
Well, I don't, because I don't like being called crazy.
No, well, you're not going to be called crazy here. Not right now.
Not yet. But the angel versus demon thing, angels do not hate demons. Demons do not hate angels. They are same thing, just opposite sides of the coin.
Nephilim and Raphaim.
And they can work together with one another. Sure. They actually, anything a demon can do, an angel can do, and vice versa. The thing is, angels are very picky. Extremely picky.
They're a little snooty, huh?
You could say that. And it's almost like you have to prove yourselves to them, whereas demons are more transactional. It's like, just give me some blood or something.
Yeah.
We're good to go.
God. So much easier. No, see, you're not being called crazy here. It's easier to get what you want from a demon than have to work so hard for this person in a white gown, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
but that's not to say that a demon won't ask for some hard payment. I don't think I ever
Hmm.
shared this with anyone, but
Oh God,
I
whose soul? Whose soul did you sell? Please.
don't worry, they don't take souls.
Oh,
But
okay, good.
I did something with Belial about 3 years ago now.
Belial.
Belial, yeah, the king of Earth. He's the ruler of
Oh.
this domain, and
Whoa.
and
Okay.
all he asked for was just me to talk about him. That was it.
That's not sinister
No,
at all.
no, they're not
I've
evil.
never heard of Belial. That's crazy.
Really, Belial's huge. A lot of occultists work with him, and a
Uh,
lot of occultists are afraid of him because we go back to that projection thing. But
mhm.
it's believed that Belial was the one who told Lucifer to rebel. Good lord,
Well.
told Lucifer to rebel. He was the one who gave him that push.
Okay.
And
I yeah, I as much as I was told to read my Bible and study these things, I did not.
well, I think Belial from the Bible, he's only mentioned maybe 2 times,
Mm.
and uh, the meaning in the Bible is just like a rebel rouser. It's not
Mm.
Belial in the Bible is not seen as
It's Johnny Silverhand.
yeah, he's not seen as a figure exactly. It's more like an idea.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. No, I get it.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. And I I wish I liked reading books more right now.
Well, there are
Oh.
audiobooks.
Yep.
So
I I'm gonna have to find some. I need to find an audiobook for Edidorpa. That's a good book too.
yeah, so I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Speaking of audiobooks, this has nothing to
Oh,
do with anything, but I am
sure.
always going to push it. The Disaster Artist audiobook's amazing
Oh,
by Greg
okay.
Sestero. So yeah, if you're into The Room, Tommy Wiseau, definitely.
Oh God, that's not where I thought you were going. I thought it was gonna be something like Spooked or
Nope,
Snapped.
nope.
Okay. Interesting.
I
Okay. All
I
right.
I am a big Tommy Wiseau fan. Right,
I
huge.
like I like Dr. Steve Brule, if that counts.
That works.
Good. For
and
your
uh,
help.
and yeah, so the Disaster Artist is just it's a must read or listen to. I prefer the audiobook. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
less work.
there we go. Detour
Chilling
over.
over. Yeah.
I mean, I don't get a dime out of it. I just want to push on the good word.
I mean, but I'm sure he'd love to be sponsored. Sponsor him. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, no, I need to be sponsored. I need the money.
Yeah. Gotta
Um,
pay my bills.
Although I am planning on doing an audiobook myself for So Strange Times eventually.
My dad is a professional voiceover artist. Or he's like semi-retired now, but yeah, he's been doing that's in the family. So good for you.
Yeah,
Do it. That's awesome.
yeah, eventually, whenever I get a new freaking mic. Um,
Yeah, you need a good mic.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still so mad. Yeah. Again, I'm sorry everyone for the bad mic. I know.
I've gotten used to it by now. So
Well,
it's, there's that.
I'm happy you did, but I'm not. I can't.
I know. I know that feeling
I
is
mean,
terrible.
yeah,
Oh.
you're a creator. You get that. Speaking of creating, you have a couple of channels actually. So Detractor Beam, your Indrid
Mhm.
Cold, and then Cold Files.
Yeah, that one we put too much on our plate. We've only got like 2 episodes out. We're trying to do another one. And I don't know if you knew this. Secret Limited's new video, Tekken 8, This Is How You Don't Play. I narrated that whole thing.
Oh, well, I
Oh.
will now check it out because I think that thing was
Yeah.
like 8 hours long or something.
Yes, it was. I spent 6 hours in the hot recording studio doing that is actually really fun.
More power to
Very
you.
proud.
Okay, so I'll definitely
It's
check it
good.
out.
It's fun.
And I
Yeah.
know there are people like, who's secret limited? What is this?
It's
Again,
don't worry about it.
yeah,
Don't worry about it.
if you know, you know.
And that's gonna make people want to know more.
So, oh yeah, and enter the Snortex.
Yeah. We cover a scammer dude who scams people. That's all. He's gross.
Yeah.
Like he's like dirty, smelly,
Um,
narrow-minded.
yeah. So, what got you to start up the Cold Files? Which, yeah, you definitely need more content on there. Darn it! Come on, get on
I
it.
know, I know, I know. And what's fun about that is, okay, Decepticon is a fairly level-headed guy. He's goofy as fuck. He's got a great sense of humor, but he is very, very skeptical when it comes to paranormal things. He wants to believe them, but doesn't, and he can't. So he brings that element, and then I'm all in. I think this is real, and here's why. That sort of perspective. But I mean, I love this stuff. I love looking behind the curtain and seeing what we're not really supposed to, or what we're not allowed to see, and hoping we could see more of it or be told the truth. And I think that's a big part of it, is finding, seeking the truth a little bit. But I, even if it gets the word out to 10 more people, that's why I wanted to do that with Decepticon, and with the element of, his goofy humor, and then my full belief in everything and his limited belief. It was a fun idea that I need to bring back.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. So, saw everything and was like, oh wow, it.
Yay. That's it for now. Yes, I think the next one we were gonna do was on Ed and Lorraine Warren and their whole
Ooh,
story.
now that's interesting. I
Hmm.
have mixed feelings about them.
Interesting. Do you believe he's? Do you feel like they were conning people, or
Uh, Ed was. I don't think Lorraine was.
he? Ed was probably
Yeah,
using her as the money train.
I think Lorraine is genuine.
Hmm.
I think she is psychic. I think Ed was limited, and I think his Catholicism.
Oh, that's yep.
I think
That'll
it.
stop you.
Yeah, I think it messed up a lot of things, and he was just too one-dimensional, as well
Yeah.
as what's the word I'm looking for? Exaggerating. I think he exaggerate too much and
Maybe
tried to.
he
Yeah,
wanted it, but he couldn't. It just didn't work for him. Is that what you mean?
yeah. I just think he was
Yeah.
too limited. I think he
He's a
exaggerated
poser.
things.
Ah, he's a poser.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I have mixed feelings. It's weird. I
Okay.
don't necessarily dislike them or anything, but
No.
they're not the first people I would go to for anything because,
Oh.
like,
No,
you
I
know,
can see that.
nothing against Catholicism, but that usually
It's
makes things worse.
it's restrictive, and if you really, really want to stop people from expanding their minds and looking past any sort of curtain, you're gonna be a Catholic.
Yeah.
Gonna scare them into not learning anything new forever and ever.
Yeah, I mean, it rules by fear. Like, oh, everything's a
Okay.
demon. Get in God's light and stuff. And don't worry,
Right.
we're going to exercise this thing. And it's like, well, you
But
can't.
also be scared of God.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's so weird. And, you can't, if you're going to an exorcism, get
It's always
reciting the
Catholics, right?
rosary, huh?
It's always Catholics that have to do the exorcisms too.
Seems like it, but that's not
Mm.
going to work on someone who's dealing with something from voodoo. They'll look at you
Right.
and laugh, pop a leg, but be like, get out of here. What are you doing?
Papa, Papa, like that's cool.
Oh,
I mean,
you like your voodoo, huh?
I think voodoo is very interesting. I'm not gonna touch it, but it's interesting.
Oh, I'm big into voodoo myself. I actually had a Bakur on a couple of years back.
Oh, I'm sorry. A what?
Bakur. So you have Mambo, Bakur, and
Heard of
Ungan.
Mambo?
So Mambo, female priest,
Mm-hmm.
Ungan, male priest, but a
Mm-hmm.
Bakur is not exactly a priest. He's the one who will deal with some of the darker sides of voodoo and the
Ugh.
curse. Yeah, they're
Oh,
interesting to say the least. Don't
yeah.
cross them.
Fuck
There,
no.
yeah, there is one Bokur on YouTube who scares the living daylight out of me.
See that stuff. It's too real to me. I don't.
Yeah,
I feel like I'd screw up just by watching it.
yeah. Oh well,
Oh,
it has the good thing about voodoo is it has little safety nets. So, um,
okay.
but one of the things I like about it is they are the spirits, the Lua. They're our ancestors. I think they're everyone's
Yes,
ancestors. I think that is so
I like
cool.
that.
You know.
And I noticed that we keep getting tied back into religion, and what's interesting about all this stuff is that occult, aliens, whatever, it just directly conflicts with the religion too. It's just very interesting to me. Like there's a denial of it.
Well, not in voodoo though. In voodoo, it's
Mm.
actually acceptable that there could be aliens out there because the god Bon Dieu, good God, y'all, that's what it translates
Yeah.
to.
Ah, Voodoo know
Bon
how to do. They know how to do.
Bon Dieu, he's seen as an artist, and every artist tries to improve upon their creation, go to the next thing, and blah blah blah.
That's the way
So
to do it. Yeah.
So it's seen that he's done with us for now, for whatever reason. The Lua are
Hmm.
here to help guide us, and he's gone to create elsewhere, and that leaves the possibilities of extraterrestrial life in voodoo.
See, that's a lot like the theory I came up with as a kid. That we were sort of orphaned by whoever dropped us off. That maybe they'll come back. Yeah.
Well,
Because it would make sense though, because when kids when they're orphaned, they're constantly looking for mother and father figures their whole
mhm.
life, and then poof, God.
Yeah. So
When it's just a really tall, gray alien, that's God.
yeah.
That'd be a
So
disappointment.
it would be, but I like to say Invisible Sky Daddy is an absentee father.
He's just a deadbeat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn it, Dad. It's your fault.
But yeah, so that's cool that you like voodoo. I had no idea. Would never
It's
have guessed it.
so interesting, and uh, my dad was raised in Louisiana, so we'd go there all the time, and I mean that stuff's all over with the
Mhm.
the Creole and the Cajun stuff. It's everywhere. It's fascinating, and it's always colorful and interesting and kind of nuts, which that's my style. So
It's
I
just
love it.
well,
Yeah,
if you ever get into it, just deal with the rata.
rata, a lot of rata.
Yeah, the
Okay,
the
noted.
cool tempered, as they say.
I'm not gonna bury a black chicken behind anybody's house.
No, unless you're gonna summon Marinette Boache.
I don't know who that is. I'm afraid.
Marinette Boache, she has such a great story. So, and
God.
apparently she was a real person.
Ugh.
She's the one who sacrificed the black pig that started the Haitian Revolution,
Oh my God.
and she was an escaped slave.
Oh.
But the French caught her, and her name translates to Marionette of the Dry Bones. The French caught
Oh.
her and they burnt her alive until nothing was left but bones.
Mm-hmm.
But because of her contribution to the Haitians and trying to do the right thing, she was elevated to a Lua, and
Okay.
she
Interesting.
she's very powerful. She's very angry, and she's the one you call upon to hurt somebody to teach them a lesson. And
Oh no.
but no. It's actually it sounds sinister, but it's not as sinister as it seems because
It's not curse or anything.
not quite, but it is to teach you a lesson, and
Mm-hmm.
it's also to show that you can go beyond the shackles that bind you because she was a
Mm-hmm.
slave. She broke free of those things, and
Yeah, that's
she tries to teach.
inspirational, and I like it.
And
I like it.
yeah, she has a connection to owls and wolves, I believe.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. I
yeah,
like that story. That's good.
Yeah, so she's an interesting one, but yeah, she's a pet too, Lola. Hot tempered.
Interesting. Okay, I need to obviously learn more about some voodoo stuff. That's so cool.
Oh man, like voodoo is just so fascinating. I love that they have an interracial couple, freaking Baron Samedi and my mom Brigitte, redheads. I mean, I like redheads too, so he knows what's up.
Who doesn't?
So, but yeah, so just really cool stuff with voodoo, and
Yeah.
I hate that it gets such a bad rap thanks to
And
the media.
right, exactly. And it's I think part of the appeal for me is that it's like so ancient
Mhm.
feeling too. So it seems like it's just been done forever and ever and ever, and I
Yeah.
think that's fascinating.
Yeah, so and there's the misconception that only blacks can do voodoo. It's like no, it's for everyone. It's
Papa Legba needs a newborn baby, okay? Come on.
so it's just really cool. So that's awesome. Learn something new. So I'm gonna send you a voodoo doll or something.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I'm gonna do something special for you in regards to voodoo. You're gonna be like, oh
No
snap.
curses though. Okay, no
Well,
curses.
I'm not a practitioner. I'm not gonna curse. Why would I curse you? You've been nothing but
I don't
nice.
know.
Like,
I'm just playing, but you never know.
I
I'm
mean,
kidding.
like maybe if I hit on you or something, you rejected me, then I'll get you. I'll show you.
That hasn't happened yet, so we're good.
Yeah,
We're
fingers
good.
crossed.
We're good for now. Okay.
Oh God, I just reminded myself of the porn star.
What? Who?
The story's on my channel, but
Mm,
it's a few years back, well, many years back now. I had to deal with a crazy porn star,
uh, uh, oh.
and yeah, it involved the second coming of Jesus, the Secret
What?
Service, and aliens.
Oh my God. As much fun as that might be, it doesn't sound like much fun.
It wasn't fun.
Oh, that's like the trifecta of shit. One at a time, great. All three at the same time, no.
Yeah, so
Oh.
that was wild. I never felt so afraid thinking Secret Service, listening to the phone calls and mess.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they are, but
Well,
whatever.
yeah, but no, like
Mm.
she actually at the time threatened to blow up the White House
Oh my God.
and
Okay.
kill the president.
Yeah.
She was actually thrown in a mental institution.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
worst part is I got a text from an unknown number, and it's like, call me. I'm at this institution, and oh, funnily enough, Colorado.
No. No. Not here. Get him out. No. There's um interesting thought. So a lot of this paranormal stuff comes back to the Mammoth Cave system in Kentucky, which sits on one of, if not the largest deposits of quartz in the whole world. The Van Allen belts, the magnetic belts that go around our Earth,
Yep.
they almost touch in a few places. And one of those places is right over that deposit of quartz on top of or in the Mammoth Cave system. There are more mentally ill people there than anywhere else. And then if you look at maps of these magnetic hotspots, there are some towns in Colorado that it's just like wah, wah, wah. So it's proven that these sort of waves and frequencies and stuff they have some effects on people's brains, like religious experience type things. But maybe it's just opening up your mind a little bit and allowing things in, you
Well,
know?
that's allegedly what quartz does. They say
Mm.
if you're going to do divination, have tiger's
Yeah,
eye and have quartz because it actually opens you up, and maybe it's too much open and just
maybe, yeah. Well, I mean, when you're shining a beam of geomagnetic energy or magnetic frequencies on it, it's sure
yeah,
that's gonna do something.
yeah. So
Oh, I don't know how
and
much I believe in crystals, though.
um,
Mm.
I am a believer because of my experiences.
I respect that.
Yeah, if I
Yeah.
didn't experience it firsthand, I would be like, they're just nice
Mm,
to look at.
yeah.
When I'm pulling cards for people, I usually have Tiger's Eye or Quartz with me, and I've
Okay.
seen the difference. It's just like, okay.
Mm,
It's
okay. All right.
like I think
If it works.
yeah, I think you said you had a new tarot deck today or something, or
Yeah,
was it
I do.
yesterday?
I got it. I opened it up today. It's called because I mean I I am a very much a beginner with this stuff, but I do want to play with them. I have a couple of theories I want to test out and stuff. They're really far fetched, but I got this one that was supposed to be good for beginners. It's called Lucid Dreams,
Ooh,
but
I
the
know that
pictures
one.
it's weird. They're beautiful, but it seems so odd, and
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about them yet, and I don't want to be mean to them because I know that they're not supposed to do that. I need to bond with
No,
them and stuff.
no, but at the same time, you also have to find what works for you. You
So
know,
strange.
but to me, lucid dreams, I don't consider that beginner friendly.
It says it on the box, though, huh?
Well, I mean, the
Advertising
buzzwords.
wide.
Darn it, why didn't this burger look like this?
Okay. Well, like
Um,
it came with a good like how-to book. I
yeah.
do have another deck that I really love. And it's pretty cool. It's kind of classic.
Um, I would also recommend you get a pip deck.
A what?
A
Pip?
pip deck. So for the minor arcanas, it won't have like pictures of
Mm-hmm.
people doing things exactly. It'll be like, I don't know,
I like
pips. You'll
picture
see
books.
coins or wands, swords,
Mm-hmm.
and that will help your intuition grow because it forces you to look beyond the image.
I'm a very intuitive person.
Yeah.
Already. I don't know
Okay.
what you mean.
And
Um,
also check out my tarot deck, the Tarot of
you have one?
Neofiction. Yeah.
What? Send it to me. Oh my god, I'll show you the one that I got originally that I love.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll actually link you the video of the when I was showing
okay.
off the cards when we're done. Actually,
Sure.
yeah. In fact, I just saw the time. We're this is it. We're supposed to be
Oh
ending.
shit.
Yeah, an hour,
Okay.
15 minute already flew by. Can you believe it?
Yeah. I can because this stuff's fun.
So yeah, wow.
Very fun.
Okay,
This is
so
cool.
Indrid, do you have anything coming up? Anything you want to pimp out? What's happening?
Um, always doing Detractor Beam covering that scammer dude twice a week. If you're ever curious about what not to do in life, come visit us on Sundays and Thursdays on Detractor Beam on YouTube. And I stream weird games on Twitch, and I've been doing a really weird visual novel where you date eldritch gods recently, so it's good. It's
What?
good. Yeah, it's called Sucker for Love. You get to date some eldritch thick honeys.
Huh.
It's bizarre. It's fun. I'm just playing games, covering scammers, skiing.
All right.
But I appreciate you asking me to do this. This is if I could make a living doing anything and have it be genuine, it'd be something to do with paranormal and occult. So I appreciate you asking a
Yeah,
lot. It's
I
cool.
I appreciate you coming on and dealing with
Hell
the
yeah.
issues and everything. So,
I
um,
have them too. I have the same issues. Oh.
and you guys be sure to check her out. The links will be in the description. And while
Aw.
there, you guys be sure to check out Unexplained Possibilities on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Go ahead,
All of
follow,
them.
hit it, do that, whatever. You guys know I'm bad with
Smack
social
it.
media.
Smash it. Kiss it. Bop
Pull
it.
it, bop it.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh God, we just aged ourselves.
I know. Oh.
Anyway, thank you again for coming on, Indrid. Appreciate
That was-
it.
Hell yeah.
And,
I enjoyed it very much.
and guys, remember, there are things that go bump in the night. Go ahead and tell them hi. Bye, everybody.
Bye.